Okay, this is my 12-foot pole that I use to catch the big fish, and there's the little pole we use to catch the little fish to put on the big pole to catch the big fish. That's a pompano rig. You can see a small hook there on the little
6-foot pole.
Yeah, now my big pole's got the 100-pound braided line, and the little pole's got the 12-pound monofilament. So it's not meant to drag in anything that big. So here I am. It's just after 6, and I got something on that little pole.
Well, you were trying to catch bait fish.
Yeah, I was trying to catch something
Right.
to put on the big pole. Usually I like to go after sharks. Here I am. I don't know what this is. It is big, and I'm afraid it's going to break my line. So I'm being very careful. I'm letting the line out. It's got the drag set real loose. Fishermen know what that means. I just didn't want to snap it. I said, "This is big. I don't know what this thing is."
You called me over and said, "Hey, I got something. You got to
Yeah.
take a picture here in case I pull it in right away."
Yeah, like that was going to happen. So here I am letting the line out. It just kept going. It just kept taking the line. And I just put a fresh new line, a whole spool of line on this reel before we came down to Florida.
Good thing.
Yeah, it is, because it was pulling the line off. It would have just taken all the line. It wasn't that much on that pole. We use that pole for kayak fishing, for small crappie and little bass or whatever. So here I am, and I know that this is something big. A couple of minutes go by, and it's pulling it. I'm afraid it's going to break. I just don't know what it is. So Mary starts following me. It's the fish or whatever it was, shark or stingray. It was pulling me.
That's what it felt like, right?
Oh yeah, it was pulling me, and here I am stopped, like the line's going out. I'm saying, I don't know what this thing is, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to catch it because this is only a 12-pound line, monofilament. Here I am. I'm waiting for it to get tired, and I figured, well, this could be a long time, but I figured it's going to snap. It's going to break. But it didn't, and it kept going, and it kept pulling me down the beach.
Now you're back towards the water. It pulled you back towards the water.
There are times when it pulled me
Because it was
into
swimming
the
out? Is that what it was doing?
Yeah, it was taking off. Right now, I'm just letting it go.
Yeah.
But and I got my hand on the line, kind of like slowing it down. I don't want it to take all the line. But it just spooled it, just taking all the line off the. So I kind of like was hoping that it wouldn't, lock up on me and break the line.
There you go down the beach.
So fortunately, I'm just very patient. I knew that I had lost fish before because I didn't let them take the line, and I just was so patient with this one. Here it is. It's about 10 minutes now. That's gone by.
And I'm running with you.
Yeah, I don't know if you realize that this fish was pulling me that way.
Well, here's the thing. You had your other pole in the water.
Yeah, 2 poles. I had 2 large poles.
And the farther down the beach you went, I realized somebody's going to walk into that, or you might catch something. It'll drag your pole out.
Yeah, you called one of your friends and said, "Can you reel those in for us?"
Because by that time I was too far down the beach to run back, and you might catch it any
We
second.
just kept going farther and farther away from where we started. Here it is, 14 minutes or so, and it's still fighting and taking the line, and there are times when you could see how that pole was bent. Just a small little 6-foot pole. Anyway, I'm letting it go, and it was windy, and there's a good thing there weren't a lot of people on the beach.
Yeah, it was later in the evening,
Yeah.
started getting windy, and luckily,
I
well, there weren't
figured-
many people there all day that day.
No, there weren't. And I thought, well, maybe I can tire this thing out. That's what we're supposed to do. Let the fish tire them out, and then pull them in. Sometimes the fish will swim towards me, and that way I'll be able to back up. You'll see sometimes I back up. It's pulling me up. Now I figured, well, it's loosening up a little bit. Maybe it's swimming a little bit towards me, so I'm pulling it a little gently because I don't want to break the line. And you can see I'm just slowly going, bringing it in. I figured, well, you know, here we go. Come on, let's go.
Watch your
Yeah,
step.
I thought you were gonna get it right here.
You thought I was going to pull it onto
Yeah.
the shore? Yeah, well, I was hoping to. Look at it. But, you know, during this walking like this, it was still taking some line. But there were many times when it wasn't taking it. And you can see, look how far back I am. I was running out of place to go. And I kept saying, can you see it? Can
Yeah,
you see
so
it?
at this point, I'm running down there to see if I can see
And
it.
it was way
And
out.
I still couldn't.
No. So then it started pulling me out again, pulling me into the water, and you'll see that. I don't know. Is this where you were?
No, that's
going?
later. But this
Okay.
cute little boy and his mother, they stuck with us the whole time. He was so
Yeah.
excited, couldn't wait to see what you had.
Yeah, this
Uh-oh,
fish.
no way.
It dragged me back to the water. I just let it take me. I think it was trying to catch me as much as I was. Yeah, this fish. One of us was going to win, and I didn't think it was going to be me. So here I am backing up again.
Now, you told me a couple times you thought he was going to break the line.
Yeah.
I know that.
Look, it's been almost 20 minutes here. My hat was bothering me. It was flying all over the place. Still going, still walking backwards, walking down the beach. I think at some point I was even running. Now, you didn't have the camera going for 24 minutes, so
Well, I'm stopping.
like here I am.
Here you go.
Here I go. And that pole is way bent, and I'm not pulling on it. I'm letting the line out a little bit.
This is like a lesson in how to catch a
Yeah,
fish, a
yeah.
big fish on a little
I gotta
pole.
tell you, I felt very proud of myself for catching it. Someone one of our friends later said, both of you all said, you got it on that little thing. Anyway, you'll see. Yeah, this hat was bothering me.
Do you want me to get rid of that hat for you?
Mary says, you want me to take that
You want me to
hat?
get rid of that hat for you?
Sure, take it. Look at that pole. It was just. And I think at one time, at this point, I said, look, I can't do this forever. And it's like a tug of war, you know. I said, at one point, I'm going to just back it up. It's been
Yeah.
almost 30 minutes.
I think this is when you said
I
that.
said, I'm going to just pull it and keep pulling it. If it breaks, it breaks. Because I thought it was a stingray, and I think I was going to be able to pull it in anyway. So here we go. I think I'm way back on the beach. I just kept going back farther and farther. Oops. And
Okay, this is where you told me.
If it breaks, it
and I
breaks.
said, well, I have to follow the line. So I had my hand on that fishing line,
yeah, because I kept saying, can you see it? Can you see
and I
it?
couldn't.
I was back as far as I could go.
Right, so I
You could
was
see the
following
li-
it with the
Yeah,
by
you could
holding
see,
the line.
You could see the line there. Can't
And
see the
then
line,
getting
can you,
caught.
Russ? Anyway, there it is. And I'm way back on the
You
beach.
were against the buildings.
I couldn't go any
practically. I
farther
couldn't even
back.
see you.
You
back
can't- no,
there.
you can't even
But
see
this is
me.
where.
And I kept saying, can you
Wait,
see it?
this is where it.
There it is.
Mhm.
There it is. And we didn't know what it was. I knew it wasn't.
A shark or a stingray.
I saw the tail
Yeah.
before it got this far, and I'm still trying to get to it.
Yeah,
I
you're
was
running
way
from
back.
it. There you go.
There it is. Okay. And I was just so excited. I was so tired. It's been 31 minutes at this point.
Wow.
32 minutes.
No, I thought I was thinking
And
it's not a
we
stingray,
were
but you're right.
a half a mile down the beach.
Almost a half a mile away.
I couldn't believe it.
So you didn't have your
And
scale.
I knew what it
What?
was. No, I couldn't. Look at me, I'm out of breath. Breathing heavy. I'm just exhausted.
And it is a.
It's a Jack Crevalle. That's what that's called. And they're very rare.
This is on the Gulf of Mexico, by the way, just south of Clearwater Beach.
Yeah. And
And I don't think, we told some people, and it's not a very common fish in the Gulf.
no.
But look at that.
So here it is. Huge.
Oh, this is when you're giving
And
it
I
back.
thought we gotta save it. I don't want to leave it out that
People
long.
asked us if we cooked it or.
Yeah, did you eat it?
There we go, half a mile down the beach, almost,
Yeah.
not quite. I walked it the next day.
Yeah. And I'm
Just to
trying to
see.
revive it, trying to get it going. There it goes.
Wow.
Oh, it was great.
Our working days are finally through. Lucky me and lucky you. do.